I knew it. Another Heard At Media production.
Good morning, Chantel.
Good morning, Roxanne.
You have morning voice.
You always say that, and I just have a deep voice, okay?
No. Well, I wanted to thank everyone for all the messages about Sloan. I think when people hear stitches, they freak out. So everyone, I was like shocked by how many messages we got about it. And because she's in
You didn't even finish your story.
yeah, but she's in such good spirit and she's totally like kids are truly resilient. So she's totally fine. And, I think on Friday, my husband's going to go take her to, take him off. And gosh, I can't even imagine. So
That's the
thank you.
worst part. No, that is literally the worst part.
Yeah. So thank you for that. I got stitches on the corner up right on top of my right eyebrow. I don't remember. Oh, actually, I do remember what
Yeah,
happened. Are you
you had
guys
a bike accident.
Oh my gosh. First off, just so you guys know, today we are recapping the Valley, but I just need to tell you guys the story now that, trauma just appeared in my brain. So, I swear my mom has like fallen on me multiple times. It's really scary.
No,
My
this
mom,
wasn't your mom.
no, I know, but like, um,
Oh,
I had gotten a bike and oh yeah, so I had gotten a bike and my mom had told me like don't ride your bike, and all this stuff. And I remember specifically, I blocked out a lot of my childhood, but I remember specifically this because this was so traumatic. And she told me not to ride my bike. And of course, like, I didn't listen. I was younger, I was like a kid. And I
and
rode
you
my
were like
bike.
Sloane's age. You're like 5.
Yeah, I think a little bit older now because I was in the East Side House, but I was a little
Oh,
bit
I
older.
thought you were in the Hazel Park house.
No, no, no. That was like
Oh,
when I got kidnapped or something. But
okay.
anyways, so I was riding my bike and yeah, like I ended up falling. You guys, I still have this and then my mom came screaming, freaking out. My mom was definitely not those like cool collective moms like who my mom made those things worse, right? So yeah, the on top of my eyebrow like clearly opened up, and then till this day on my knee, it looks like I have a burn spot on my knee. Like it looks
I,
like it's just like a square and it looks like I have a burn spot. Like that's how much I bruise or like that open up too. And I just remember it looking like guts coming out of my knee too, but I didn't get stitches on my knee. It just has like a burn spot. So, anywho, it just brought up trauma from poor little Sloan. But yeah, Sloan is in good spirits and she's totally fine. So, thank you guys for all the lovely messages checking on her. That was
yeah,
really,
that's sweet.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, on today's episode, is there anything else, Chantal, going on with you?
No, nothing over here.
Chantal's like, let's get into it. Let's get
Well,
I
no,
got
because like, I'm just so over watching TV because like you guys, I've spent the last 2 days trying to watch all of the Mormon Wives, and like 10 episodes is a lot to get at once. I feel like we haven't gotten that in a minute, and I'm like trying, and they're like 50 minutes long. So like yesterday, I was watching that the whole night.
Yeah, I know. I
I
just
mean, it's good. It's good TV. So it's not like dying, but it's like when you're like kind of almost forced because we have like a deadline of like, oh my God, we have to like probably do this week or it's not gonna be relevant anymore. And it's like just like a
yeah,
lot. But yeah, it's like a lot.
for sure. But I thought today's episode of The Valley was really good.
Yeah, no, it was
I
definitely good.
mean, last night's episode of The Valley was really good. So, I just want to say that Jasmine and Brittany are probably the most hated people on Bravo, and
Good, because it's deserved. And no, and Janet, like those three, like that was on
oh
that
yeah,
side of the
I'm so
table.
sorry, Jasmine, Brittany, and Janet. This was just the beginning of me watching the episode where I'm like, these people are so hated. Janet is like number one for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. How did I? Yeah, and it's because Nia absolutely did not deserve any of this. Like this is a friend who how you have those one friends, very rare, but that they're not like preying on your downfall. I'm not saying that friends are, but I'm just saying like that they're so supportive of you, that they just want the best of you. When you vent about your life or about your husband or about your family, they're not looking, they're looking for solutions for you. They're just looking to be silent and be there, and they want the best for you. They want things to work out. Like that is the type of friend Nia is. So to be like that with a friend like that shows how dirty you truly are and how low you're willing to go.
I just would never do that. Like, it's something that I would never, if that situation ever arise and I had such a shitty situation, let's say, Brittany, and I was drinking, I would never be like, oh my gosh, Rexy, and like your husband was drunk, just say it. Like, like
Oh my
that
God,
would
I'd beat your ass. I'd be like, come fight me. I'd literally be like, and see, Nia's so classy about it, where she's like, just because like you're going through it doesn't mean I need to go through it. Where I'd be like, bitch, and how about when this happened and A, B, and C and D with you? Like, and Nia's just so perfect that she doesn't come like that. So I don't know.
The thing is, you guys, it just wouldn't cross like majority of our minds.
I know. And then Jasmine is just saying, like, her excuse for it all is like, I'm just so heated because I've seen the dark side of Danny. And I'm just like, all right, shut up, Jasmine. Just shut up. Because at the end of the day, there's those people who truly do make you uncomfortable that you're like, just, you're scared or you are uncomfortable. And there's those people where you're like, dude, he was innocent. He was 100% in the wrong. We spoke about it. He apologized. And I know that's not his character. So like I can move on. Let's not make like something into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Danny wakes up. He has no idea what the hell is happening. And he goes and he hears, chaos. And then he probably was told like Nia's involved. And he's like, what the fuck? And Brittany is like just looking and she's like, don't hide what's going on. And he's like a deer in headlights. He's like, wait, what the fuck is actually happening? I don't know what's going on. And it broke my heart because Nia still tells Brittany that she understands, she loves her, she hears her frustration. And I'm like, Nia, they don't deserve you. They don't deserve you.
That would never, ever, ever, ever come out of my mouth.
I know.
You guys are crazy. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you guys. Good night.
Yeah, she's just better than us. I mean, and so yeah, like there's just chaos. And at this point, Danny's hearing that he has a drinking problem. And he's like, dude, I just drank and I passed out. Okay. And so they go, like Nia walks out and she's like, we'll talk in the kitchen. Like, we don't need to talk here. We'll talk in the kitchen. And they go in her bedroom and she explains what went down with Danny. And her whole thing is, two things could be true. You drank, but you were also really tired. What did you think about the interaction with her where she is telling Danny, please, like, I'm just really overwhelmed. Please, I don't want you to basically touch me.
Oh, I loved it. Like, I was like, I can take some notes from this because like but it goes to show that like her husband, like if I, like, for instance, like I feel like if I said that to my husband would get upset with me because he'd think that I'm not trying to get his love and support. But I think they've come a long way where they overly communicate. So they know to listen to each other when that's happening. And then all will be good at the end of the conversation. Whereas some people, their walls go up. Like even if someone told me that, like, hey, don't touch me right now, I would get salty a little bit and be like, wait, why are they saying that? Like I would get a little sad for myself and be like, wait, why did they just tell me that? And then I feel awkward. But I feel like if you've gotten to that point where you explain to someone, like, listen, like if I tell you to do something, just do it. I'll be fine at the end of it. Just listen as I go through. Like that's such a healthy way to fight. Or and they weren't fighting. Like that's just such a healthy way to communicate.
Exactly.
Because she's like, I don't want to be overly like touched. Like, please don't like console me right now. I just want to get out what I'm trying to say. And like it was just perfect. What did you think? Did you think she was?
Yeah, no, I thought that some people might take it a wrong way and be like, she's uptight, but those are people who aren't in healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Now, Janet is back over there once Nia and Danny leave, and then she's escalating the whole situation. And she brings up how, I saw Danny go into the pantry and have some liquor to catch up. And Janet's like, I've been with an addict and it's all getting blown over proportion. That I'm like, dude, TV really can ruin people's lives. Like it really can, because the fact that it is getting blown over proportion and now it's being said where he's being compared to an alcoholic or a drug dealer, or I'm sorry, not a drug dealer, a drug addict, is crazy to me.
Especially where like we you said it last week on he went and watched Rebels live and he's like, dude, like, and we saw it at this end of this episode where he's like, dude, that's where the liquor was. I didn't close the door because I was trying to sneak it. And like it's like that's the stuff that pisses me off so much because it's just like an easy explanation. And then she's going around telling everyone like he's hiding, like using that word and like that. And like if someone told me that, like, yeah, if someone told me someone's hiding, I'm like, yeah, that's weird. But it's like he wasn't hiding.
Yeah. And I like if I came on a reality show, I would be like Nia, you know, where I would face things how she does, where she, in her confessional, she's like, do we have problems? Yes, we absolutely have problems. And when problems arise, we work hard on it. And it's our problem that I don't need to discuss with everybody else. Like, I don't need to discuss it just because I'm on the show, especially if it's like these minor problems. Like, I'll acknowledge it, but it's our problem and we're going to work on it. So I don't think she's hiding things. I think she says, yes, I'm in a marriage and marriage is hard and there are problems. And I'm in individual therapy and we're in therapy together. And that's her literally owning it.
Yeah.
So Sheena was introduced in this episode and it feels so weird. And I'm sure Sheena feels weird because she's stepping into their show.
Yep.
And, you know, they got to a point where they were really entitled, where they were like, this is our show. When new people came in, you know, there were times that maybe they weren't as friendly or whatever it is. And it just feels so awkward. And she's with Michelle.
Sorry to cut you off. You got we got so much responses like last week too that everyone, because you like mentioned like I don't want them on the show, Sheena and Lala, like, you know, and a lot of people agreed to that.
Yeah, it just, and honestly, even seeing her in it, I was like, I don't need you here. Like, I don't need your presence. And I don't know, Sheena was never my favorite. So it's like, I definitely don't need her in this. Sheena to me is like the type of person who goes with whatever's trending in life. And there's just like nothing really authentic about her. And then her relationship with Brock, like, I don't know. I'm so good. So no, it's so good. Well, so she's with Michelle and they're having a walk with Michelle's dry ass. And, you know, Michelle's like, I finally have someone who loves me. And the only problem we have is Jesse. Like, he has reservations because of Jesse. And I'm like, okay, just like focus on your divorce and your child right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But what's so crazy is she did a Q&A earlier this week, you guys. And she said she still has an ongoing divorce with Jesse, a little girl. And she's like, I moved into Aaron's house about 2 months ago. I had my apartment for a year. My lease was up and we just talked about it. And it was the right decision and the right time. And I'm just like, what is wrong with people?
So
why are we like dying to move on, move in with another man? You didn't even divorce and you are literally in love with another man. It is the craziest thing to me.
So crazy. I mean, divorce takes long, but like the fact that it's only been a year that you've had been like really split and like in a different household, and now you already moved in with somebody, is just so wild.
She says that Isabella was actually the one who wanted to move in. She says, quote,
Okay.
Isabella was the one who just kept saying, why don't we move in? What are we doing this in this apartment down the road? Why don't we just live here? Yeah, Isabella saying that. I mean, you guys, I'm sorry. I know we shouldn't judge, but this is something that I'm just going to judge because it's like, no, you put that in her head. You probably said, would you ever want to move here? And like, she was like, yeah, why don't we live here? And
every divorce is so different. So like if you got divorced and like you guys like really like, you know, both of you guys have moved on, like it's fine, like things are good, your relationship is good, you know, like your co-parenting relationship is good, you know, like, and you move on, okay, cool. But it's like this one is so toxic and so crazy that it's like, let's breathe for a second. And we're on a reality show. So like just let's take a breather.
Let's just focus on our daughter and make sure she's transitioning well as a young girl. Okay. Like as a young girl, let's just make sure she's transitioning well and putting her first. She said, Michelle ends up saying, this was like on Instagram. She's like, it's been great since I moved in. We make sure we have family dinners. I think our vibe together is really, really good. And they then talked about having more children. And she says, we were actually hiking recently and he said he wanted 3 or 4 children. And he said, yeah, every number, that number increases. She's like, I said, if I were to have another, it would be one more, maybe one day. Thankfully, Aaron is okay with that. And then she said, she was like talking about the things that she loves about Aaron. She's like, I love that you're funny and you're goofy, and sometimes you're very patient, and you're loving and you're very romantic, and you take good care of me. And Aaron's response was, I love that you get prettier every day and that you are very patient as well. And I like that you're classy and that you don't try to dress to get attention.
Okay. Well, let's
You
applaud
guys,
for the happy couple.
I'm so uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm so uncomfortable. And even him saying like you don't dress to get attention, like I get it, but that's such a weird thing to say.
Guys are so funny. Like when it comes to like the dressing part of like women, it's like
I
mind your
know.
own business.
I did the trend recently. There's a trend going on, you guys, and do this with your husband or even with your dad. It's so funny. It's a trend where you tell your husband to call their boys and just say goodnight. Like just literally call and say, hey, what's up? And I was just calling to say goodnight, sweet dreams. And my husband did it last night, and it was the funniest thing ever. And it's like they instantly think like one of
Something's wrong.
well, no. His brother was like, why are you calling me Diddy and saying goodnight? Like they instantly think the worst thing ever. And then like my brother was Jacob has two brothers, and my brother was the most like empathetic one. He's like, you okay, brother? Is everything okay, brother? And he's like, okay, brother. Well, thanks for calling, brother. Love you, brother. And I was like dying.
But
Weren't you dying?
the first one did too. The first one was like, wait, are you
Josh
okay though?
Yeah, Josh was, and we knew it. That's the youngest brother. So Jacob's youngest brother, like answered. He's like, "What's wrong? Like, you good?" And
Yeah.
then my brother was like, "All right, well, love you, brother." And then his other brother was like, "Diddy, like, what's up, Diddy? Like, you good, Diddy?" And then his other cousin was the same way. Like, he was like, "You Diddy? Like, what? Do you want me? Like, you good?" And I'm just like, it's manhood is funny, you guys. It really is so freaking funny. And I was just like cracking up, dude. So do that trend and let us know how everyone reacted. It's like as simple as literally just saying, call them and say goodnight and see what happens. And I swear to God, because if that was a woman, you guys, and I called Chantal and I was like, hey, I just want to say goodnight, she'd probably be like, okay. She's like, good night. And then she'd probably be like, what'd you do today? And it would just be a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's
It
just
was
fun.
so funny because I first saw the trend like a few days ago, and my friend sent it in my group chat, and they're like, "Why am I dying?" Because this first one would be Val, like my husband, and the first one was just like so nice and so like sad that they weren't talking more, and it was just so funny that like they thought like that. And I was like, I want someone to do it to him to see how he would react.
I know. Oh my gosh, so true. I swear he should have called Val. I wish he did. I should have told him. Anything about it. I should have. Anyways, do the trend. But so Jasmine goes over to Kristen's new place, and Kristen's having Nia and Danny's back. And they're like, listen, he really is tired. And she's like, how tired can you be? And I'm like, how I love how the one who doesn't have children says, like, how tired can you be? Because I really don't think you understand unless like you have kids. But actually, no, because I do think that people do understand even when they don't have kids. And it's like they have 3 babies. He was up at 5 a.m. He was working all day. I'm not a drunk. When I drink, you guys, I immediately fall asleep.
And
So
why is it up to you to tell someone how they're tired? Like anybody could be tired. It doesn't need to be like, it doesn't matter if like maybe he got a good night's rest. Maybe today's a weird day. Like he's tired. Why do you care?
right. And I'm sorry, like we're at that age in life where we're just tired. Like I plan, I'm dying. We're getting old. I plan a paddle, what is it? Or pickleball like event for my dad's side, all my cousins on my dad's side, for all of us to get together. And we're all gonna go to pickleball at this like new trendy spot. And I texted my cousin Jason because he's the only one who has an Android, and the rest like I can do it in the chat. And I texted him and he was like, Roxy. And I'm like, okay, Jason, don't call me Roxy. But and like we're all ages of 30. I'm the youngest
Like
one.
30,
So
like
30,
33 and up.
33 to like 45 probably. But Jason is 30. Shana, how old is Joey? Like he's
They're like
30.
38. They're like 39, turning 40 this year or something.
Yeah, like that. And then he was like, but man, dude, that's crazy. That's so sad. Cause like I think we're always like so much younger. And so he texts me, he's like, Roxy, he's like, make sure you do this shit early. He's like, I get tired, man. And I'm like, can you imagine Jason? Like, that's so him. And I'm like, because I just went on vacation with him in Florida, and he gets so Chantel, he gets so over everything where he's
because
like,
this is not his life. Then now he has kids. Like when they have kids,
yeah.
it's a whole different world.
And I was like to him, I'm like, Jason, I'm like, this is a one-off. It's one day. I'm like, I did it at 7:00. You'll be fine. He's like, man, okay. And he's like, fine, but I was dying.
No,
but
but
anyway,
seriously, like when you have plans, I'm just like,
I know. And it's crazy because even me, like when all our cousins, my mom's side, the girls, like we planned a dinner and it was like 8:30. I got there so much earlier because I'm like, that is so late. Like I don't want to go out at 8:30. Like I want to be home at 8:30. I don't want to go out at 8:30. So yeah, it is funny. But so I don't, and then Jasmine is like, she's like, he drank and he slept, and she's making this about her relationship, and that's like your own insecurity, because like I don't know how your relationship has anything to do with like this Danny thing. And I don't know, maybe I'm being insensitive about it, but I just don't like how she's going about this. I feel like she's using her relationship to make this a thing. And Jasmine said she feels bad because Nia cried. But then she goes and proceeds to say more hurtful things. And I'm like, wow, like I had so much high hope for you that you're a joke at this point. I'm sorry. Now, Luke is ring shopping with Danny, and Luke says Kristen doesn't want to spend over 10K. And I think that's pretty awesome. Like, I get it. If you have it, absolutely, you should be splurging if you do.
and
Not saying you don't have
it. It's 2 words: lab grown. Get it? You'll get a badass ring, and you'll spend less than 10,000.
Oh my gosh, Jacob said that his cousin just got one. That's so crazy.
No, it's literally like no one will know. Literally, no one will know.
I know, it really is so true. Like, fuck a real diamond anyways. Like, I don't even
it's real. It's the same. It's you guys, it's literally the same thing. It's just lab grown. And then you don't have that certification. Are you gonna sell your diamond one day? Do you think you're gonna care about that one day? Like, how rich is your husband that you're gonna have a $50,000 diamond you can sell one day? Like, absolutely not. Get lab grown. It's the best thing. I think girls are silly to not get it.
I know. So true. I know. And yeah, Jacob's cousin like got one, and the ring looks amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you can get the best clear. You guys literally can get like a 3-carat ring, best clarity, whatever shape you want, probably for around $10,000.
Yeah.
And that would cost you like the best clarity with 3 carats would cost you like 50,000 now.
Yeah, it's so true. I'm happy for Kristen. I mean, I'm happy she found Luke. She comes across the best we've ever seen her. And that's how it should be. Your spouse should bring out the best in you. That's how
she's also so free and doesn't care like how she dresses or looks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know. But she needs to wear like a bra.
Yeah. She's too hippie life right now.
She's so hippie because she has them big old titties and she doesn't wear a bra. And I'm like, no, mama, like just still wear one. And I feel bad for the big titters. Like I do, because like me with the itty bitty titties, the scary itty bitty titties, like I don't wear a bra, but like it doesn't look like that, And so it's like, how dare me say
titties
that?
always look like that.
Yeah. Oh my God, the pointy titties. That's so true. Well, I don't think after having kids, they're going to be as pointy. So she'll probably start wearing a bra. So, because those titties completely change. Anyways, it's so crazy, by the way, Chantal. I don't know if you paid attention to Isabella on this episode, how Jesse and Michelle's daughter looks exactly like Jesse and Michelle. Like she looks like both of them 100%. And then it made me think Michelle and Jesse look exactly like each other. And I can't unsee it now.
Oh, really? That's so funny. Well, I mean, I can actually see that. And I think a lot of couples really do like find someone that looks like them.
Yeah. Jesse's a good dad though, dude. I mean, it's sad how they're co-parenting where they like hate each other, but you got to give him credit. He's a great dad.
I think so too, but I also, and like, I don't know what the arrangement is, but I also just feel like even in that moment when she's like, I'll drop off the key, like I would have set a boundary and said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like you don't need to come and give her a key. Like one, like why are we spoiling her? And 2, like, no, you just dropped her off to me probably. Like I would be that way. Like, because it's like, no.
Yeah. That's interesting. Brittany hires a chef for dinner to talk about Santa Barbara. I missed it. Whose house was this?
I thought it was, no, I don't know whose house it was.
I think they just rent houses because like it looks nicer and the kids aren't around. Because the problem
all their houses are like ruined.
Yeah, and like the problem is that they all have like shit everywhere. I mean, if you have little kids, you know how it is. And then they have their little kid present. Half the time, the little kid is like waking up 100 times. They're not. And the thing that I love about them is they're not like fucking sitting there able to hire nannies like that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So then they literally like rent houses for a night out.
I mean, you even see for Nia, she's like, I had to get an Uber, and then when she gets home, it's like her husband, like, you know, watching the kids. He's like, oh, you're tired?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
But I love that. That's real shit. You guys.
Relatable.
That's so relatable. Like I'm not sitting there like when I go out, I know a lot of people do this because like I feel like a lot of people at my school, the moms like say this because they'll be like, when we have a mom's night out, they'll be like, who's watching your kids? And I'm like, my husband. My husband's at home. Like my husband's watching his kids, you know? But a lot of people I go to school with, they're like, oh, if I go out, like my husband goes out. So they'll drop them to their parents or something. But they don't have like a nanny all the time at their house, you know? But anyways, I love how Brittany does approach the Nia conversation. And oh no, I was being sarcastic here. I'm so sorry. Never mind. Like, oh, I
But
love how
she did say, like, let's just talk about last night, and she came up with an apology right away.
well, but here's the thing. She was like, you know, if we weren't drinking, that wouldn't have happened. Meanwhile, they're belligerent talking about Danny being drunk. So
Yes.
it's
How like hypocrite were they?
yeah, that's what I meant. So like, yeah, the hypocrisy in here is insane. They apologize and Nia is hurt that you know, her biggest thing is like, if you guys like have anything to say, I'm open to it. Say it to me while I'm there. You do not need to say it to me when I walk away. Like that was her biggest thing. And the thing I love about Nia again is she's not hiding things. She's saying that when the Danny thing happened, as with the Jasmine stuff, they went to therapy. And then we hear about Nia's history. And she is like, I am the way I am because what I went through. And the fact that these women even got her to this point where she has to explain this pissed me off. And I love Kristen because Kristen is not okay with any of it. And she knows Nia is a good person. And it stems with what she's been through. And Nia didn't make herself a victim and say, because I went through this, and I love these type of people. I feel like we're very accustomed to people like this because, like, I don't know, as foreigners, I don't know. It just that's kind of like how we were raised to be. Like it doesn't matter what you go through, which is kind of, you know, sometimes not the best thing, but don't let that define you. Where she is like, yeah, I'm not going to let that define me, and I'm not going to act like I'm not grateful because I am grateful. Like she talked about how she was living in a car at a point, and the way she looked at it was like, thank God I have a car. Again, you guys, I've been following Nia since her Miss USA journey, and I loved her presence. She's very religious, and I loved following her like on my personal since like 2017, 18. So when I saw she was on the Valley, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy to me. So yeah, I don't know. I just love her mindset and everything. I always did because I followed her as like an influencer. Anyways,
I'm so happy she did open up, even though it was like under weird circumstances, because like it is like I'm sure people can like relate to it and be like, oh my God, this girl literally is a beautiful human being, and like they're so happy to see her get to a place where she can be at, and like, you know, just happy
who's
for her.
so happy to see her? Who was so happy to see her?
No, I'm saying like other people, like other like watchers would be so happy to see like where she's at.
Yeah.
Like if they're going through a tough time, like they could say, okay, like I can get myself out of it just by being positive, and like you can see someone come back from it. And I think it's a great story.
Yeah. Janet's confessional after what went Nia through was disgusting. Janet again.
Janet is by far, no, I'm sorry, you guys, she's the
More
most vile,
yeah.
vile human being that I think has she's been so obsessed with the Vanderpump and being a being a villain, that she like has like watched and took notes, and like that's who she's a person. She's a miserable person.
Yeah. Janet tells Nia about how she caught Danny chugging drinks. And then she implies that Danny has a drinking and drug problem. And she is like, listen, like, I want to be of support to you because I've been through it. I actually had a terrible ex who had a drinking and drug problem. And Nia looks at her and she's like, I don't like where this conversation is going, because what you're implying is that Danny has a drinking or drug problem. And that is just not the case. And I'm like, someone hold me back. Someone hold me back.
And it's more because Janet thinks that she's being a good friend by saying, like, you can come to us. Like, that's not a good friend. That's not a good friend, okay?
Like, but you're the last person I would come to.
Exactly.
The last. Thank you.
You know, did you watch What Happens Live or no?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
So she was on, I didn't watch it fully, but I watched like the first 5 minutes. She was on Watch What Happens Live, and the first question Andy asked her was like, how do you, like, it has come out that you basically have talked that Nia was an Al-Anon. It's called Al-Anon. And Al-Anon is an AA support group when other people are going through drinking problems, and it's anonymous. Okay. You're not supposed to tell anybody about it. And like, she basically, I think, ends up telling us later on in the show, or like she said on social media, I don't know where she said it, but she basically outed that Nia was an Al-Anon, basically going to these AA meetings because she had someone in her life that had drinking problems. And she's like, I feel so horrible. I shouldn't have done that. Like, it's like, what is wrong with you as a human being? Like, you can't keep saying sorry. And her husband's next to her. It was her and Jason. And it's like, you're nasty. Like, she's like, I regret it. No, you did it on purpose. Like, we see what you're doing. So you did it on purpose.
And Nia's such a good person, like, to be like that. And look at her. Like, look how Nia is sitting there, going there, because like, yeah, you can tell like Nia's not the type who like drinks, or probably doesn't like that her husband drinks. She just seems like that type.
And we clearly find out it's because she has went through a problem with somebody in her life. Like, I don't know if we'll find out more, but she probably has had issues with someone drinking. So she knows the sign. So don't tell her like what you think. Like, that's why she probably takes so much more offense to it, but she hasn't like opened up about it yet.
And for her to like have young children and want to go out of her way to get that support or have an understanding or see what she can do because she is going through that. And then to have this like troll like Janet go, I swear to God, you guys, she's not a good person. She is not a good person. I would literally need to like if I would immediately be like, okay, I need to quit this show. I need to choose like whatever God I believe in and figure myself out because I'm not a good person. And at the end of the day, this shit is not going to matter. I'm going to die one day. And like, this isn't going to matter. Like, let me work on myself because she is not a good person. And like, it's always people who like, just are just her presence that
you know what makes me think of like, I was just listening to a podcast. Like, I'm sure you know these people. Like, I've seen them come across my page sometime. You know that guy that calls that girl Pookie, and he's like so nice to his wife. You've never seen them? Like, her name's Campbell, but like, you're like, hey Pookie, what are we doing tonight? And like, he just like is like, they're always showing their outfits. I just show you them. Like, they have like 1.5 million followers on Instagram, probably like a bajillion on TikTok. But they were on a podcast, and like, this was like one of their first podcasts they ever done, and he was basically saying like, I don't allow myself or her to have friends or have like friends that marriages are like, they talk bad about each other. Like, because you know what they would do that makes me want to talk badly about my wife or makes me want to have her talk badly about these people. And like, and it's like, I would love to have a friend like Nia who is positive about her relationship. And then you have Janet over there who just like wants to like just break down all these people because she's miserable.
Well, it's funny, you guys, because they say that Nia tries to portray perfection, but the only person that I see that has tried to portray perfection in their relationship is Janet and Jason, which there are many red flags in that relationship. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. It's giving beard. I don't know.
Beard. Maybe. Oh my, not the beard.
I swear it kind of is. Cause like, I don't know how any man could be with a Janet. I'm sorry. I don't know. So maybe I'm off. But anyways, Nia ends up like saying, you know, cause like Nia has boundaries, you guys. And so she is like,
we all need them.
Yeah. She's like, my Uber's here. I got to go. But thank you guys for this. And then what happens, you guys? Nia genuinely asks for open, direct communication. The moment she steps away, the conversation turns even more critical as soon as she leaves, which she asks that these people do not do. Especially after she's vulnerable, she shared her feelings, poured her heart out. It was so disappointing to see them go in on her, Janet and Jasmine, go in on this woman who just said, please don't do it when I walk away. And that's exactly what they did. And I was just like, ugh. But you can tell when Nia goes home to Danny, she's so overwhelmed. And I will say, I love that the producers followed her home and captured what happened, because on The Real Housewives, what happens is we will see the husband and wife talk about it 2 days later, where it's like literally a setup fake conversation where these producers are doing work. They're like, no, we're not going to stop filming. We're going to work extra hard. Let's go back and see how this conversation is with Nia and Danny at home. And I appreciated that.
I did too. This is when I think she can be a tad uptight, and I don't like that. I think hopefully she can recognize that, maybe changes that. Like, let him let him just like express his own feelings. Like, you don't have to protect him. Like, she almost is like scared that he's going to say something really outlandish, and then it's like going to come back on her. And I think that's what that's what she tries to do.
I don't
But it's
think
like,
it has to do with her. I just think I think she thinks he is a reflection of her. Yes. And she wants him to own things and not play victim.
I
And
know, but
never be a
sometimes it's just like, let
victim.
him have a moment of like understanding of like, someone just accused him of hiding in a cupboard, and like they just said that he might have a drinking and drug problem. Like, let him have a moment to say like, these people are crazy, and it's
Right.
like, and it's like she kind of doesn't allow him
Yes.
to have that. And I didn't like that part, because it's like, I loved like what you just said, that we finally got to see like a real reaction of like maybe these guys and girls, what they just experienced, somewhere, and like their live reaction. And it's like, he couldn't really say it, because I think she is just like, she doesn't want them to be bullies. Like, she doesn't want people to talk badly about each other. And
Yeah.
I think that's where it stems from.
Janet telling Jason, so Janet's having a conversation with Jason now, and she's like, you can't continue to protect this person when it's affecting Jasmine and her relationship. The fuck out of here with Jasmine and her fucking relationship. Melissa's fine. Melissa's totally fine. Like, Melissa thinks everyone's crazy too. So what are we even doing? Stop putting your insecurities of your relationship about Danny and Nia. Like, I'm sorry.
I feel like Jasmine has tried to explain a little bit, like, oh, it's caused like some PTSD, like that situation has caused other ripple effects. But it's like, also, it's like, okay, what else do you want from him? He's apologized.
The way she's going in on
Yeah.
it tells me otherwise, though. I can understand, when people are struggling or in their relationship, or like she said, in my situation, like we get judged or blah, 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 or whatever it is. This does not seem authentic to me. This does not seem authentic. I'm sorry. That's an unpopular opinion, but it does not seem authentic. The way she's going in and going hard does not seem authentic to me at all.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree.
Danny claiming that Danny's drinking, is
Like, we're not saying that he should be like Jax. Like, oh, really? Now you're gonna compare him to Jax?
Yeah, no, I know.
Something
And the
is
thing is,
wrong.
you guys, the thing is, Nia's not defending his actions at all. So it's like, what's the issue if she's not defending his actions? She's not defending what happened in October. She's saying, like, yeah, that was unacceptable. And we went to therapy over that. So what's the problem? What do you want them to do?
Exactly.
You guys, I don't know. I love this show, though. I do. I love it a lot. I'm sorry. I love it. So that's where I'm at with that. And I thought
I
it
feel
was
like you really are not gonna like it when Lala and Sheena come on then.
I swear to God, I'm not, because it's so like, even Sheena's like 2 minutes of it. I'm like, get out of here. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
This show doesn't need you. It just doesn't. So I'm sorry, another unpopular opinion, and Kristen has grown. So like, I like seeing Kristen. There's so much growth with her. There's so much freeness. She is at peace because she's with a man who gives her peace, who gives her normalcy. Like, is that a word?
Yeah.
Normalcy? Brock is not. Brock is like, ew, like, ew. I don't know. And he just like smells. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
You guys, I know that I say that every guy smells.
Yeah, like literally, let's go down the Bravo list. I think you've said it to all of them.
Can you believe fucking Tom Schwartz smelled so good?
I know. Because would you think that he smells?
No. Yeah, no, I don't know. No,
I mean, I
actually.
would hope so, that you're at BravoCon, you're hugging people, you would take a shower and like put yourself some cologne on,
Yeah, no, I know. Oh my gosh, BravoCon. I did find someone that I'd probably be very open to going with, actually.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
like a friend or?
Well, it's actually someone that I've met through this world who's really great, really normal, like has a personality just like me and Chantel. So
Okay.
yeah. So that could be a good thing where I'd feel comfortable at BravoCon, where she'd be just like you, Chantel. She'd be like, no one fucking cares. Let's go up and let's go talk,
Okay, that's great news. Can't wait to hear who this is.
Yeah. So but anyways, you guys, I think that's all we have for today's episode. But you guys, make sure to leave us a nice review on Apple Podcast.
And follow our page on Apple or Spotify.
Yes. Make sure you guys subscribe to us. Even if you're on our Patreon, we have so many people on Patreon, but even if you're on Patreon, make sure on Apple Podcasts, you just search our thing, you subscribe to us, download our episodes, leave us a nice review. We would appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for listening and being supportive. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will be back with some Diddy updates this week. And yeah, I think that's all that we have. And we have some interesting things going on for Patreon this week as well. So make sure you join us on Patreon. We have a great community, great people on there, all normal. So we love normal. So all right. Thank you guys for listening. Have a wonderful day. It's rainy, it's depressing, it's discussing end of May in Michigan. So I hope that you guys have good energy where you guys are at, good weather.
Yes.
Bye guys.
Bye.